Hello everyone, welcome back to Mrs. Ray Food Channel. I hope everyone is doing amazing today. Well, in today's recipe I'm going to show you how to make an extra flaky Ghana meat pie. So basically I have found the most perfect meat pie recipe. It took me some time, but now I know that I have got it right. So let's get started. It's very simple. So to start off, I'm going to heat up some oil, and then when the oil is hot enough, I am going to add some diced onion. By the way, you can use any type of onion you like. Even if you want to use shallots, please go ahead and use it. And then I'm gonna let it fry for about 3 to 4 minutes, or until the onion become translucent. Next, I'm going to add minced beef. You can use minced lamb, minced goat, minced chicken, whatever meat you prefer. Next, give it a nice stir and leave it to cook until the beef is not red anymore. Next, I am going to add some carrots to it and some potatoes. Mind you, you can use any vegetable you like. Stir it and then leave it to cook for about 3 to 4 minutes, and then I am going to add about half a cup of water. Why am I doing that? Is because I like when my meat pie is moist. And then to help it, I am also going to add some plain flour to it. Okay, and then I am going to stir it and leave it to cook for about 2 to 3 minutes, and then I'm going to be adding my seasoning. So very simple seasoning. I'm going to add some Maggi cubes, and I know some people don't like it, so if you do not like it, just don't add it. Next, I'm also going to add some curry. I really love pie curry in my meat pie, but again, this is optional. And then I'm going to add some all-purpose seasoning, but if you don't like it, just use salt or any other seasoning you like. And last but not least, I am going to add a bit of salt to taste. Now that I've got all my seasoning, I'm going to give it a nice stir, then cover it and let it simmer until I'm sure my carrots and potatoes are perfectly cooked. In the meantime, I'm going to measure my flour, and for this recipe I'm going to use plain flour only. Yes guys, no baking powder needed. So now let's get back to our filling. It is looking amazing. Look at this guys, it's nice and ready. I'm just going to show you a close-up. And now I'm going to turn the heat off and concentrate on my meat pie. So I've got here some onion and some fresh garlic, and I'm going to put it in my blender. By the way, I'm using the hand blender today, but you can use the normal one if you have. Then I'm going to add enough water to blend. Yes guys, this is the secret for having a flaky meat pie. Yes guys, I told you I've done my research and I finally got it. So now I'm going to blend it, and when it's ready, I'm going to put it aside and add some nutmeg to my flour. You can use the powdered one or grate fresh one. Next, I'm going to add a bit of salt to taste, and then I'm going to mix it. So this is all I need. All right, next I'm going to add my margarine, but use butter if you like, but margarine works best for me when I'm making meat pie. And please keep in mind that everything is very cold, so the margarine is very cold. So I have also measured it and I have got the perfect measurements now. So now with my washed hands, yes, I have washed my hands, I'm going to mix the margarine with the flour using my fingertips, and this is how it should look like. And you can see that it looks very buttery. It's because I used more margarine than usual. I want it to be perfect. Now I'm going to add my onion and garlic mixture. I'm going to add it gradually because I am not going to use everything. All right, so let's say that you need about between 3 to 5 tablespoons until you get the correct consistency, which I'm going to show you here. So this is what you need to achieve. I hope you can see it perfectly. This is it. So now that my meat pie dough is ready, I am going to separate it into 3 or 4 balls, big balls, and then I am going to cover it with some cling film. Okay, and then I'm going to keep this in the fridge because I need it to be very chilled and cold. So you can leave it for about, let's say, 15 minutes like this in the fridge. And this is what's left of my onion and garlic mixture. I'm going to use it for a different recipe. All right, so now I'm going to butter my baking tray, and then I'm going to also sprinkle some flour on it. You can use parchment paper if you prefer. So now I've taken my dough out of the fridge. It is nice and cold. I'm just going to spread some flour onto my working table and then scoop out some dough, and I am going to put some flour on my rolling pin and flatten it down, but not too flat, guys. Okay, next, to make the shape, I'm just going to use my everyday bowl. I also have a cutter, but it's a bit bigger, so I decided to use my bowl today. And then I am going to add my filling. So usually I add a tablespoon and a little bit more, and then I'm just going to flip it over and close it with my finger. You can also use a fork if you like, but I think doing it with the finger looks much better. And I've also preheated my oven at 190 degrees Celsius. So I'm now going to place it on my oven tray and carry on with the remaining meat pie dough. 190 degrees Celsius equals 375 degrees Fahrenheit for my American subscribers. So now I am doing the same thing. I have just put the camera a bit closer so that you can see much better. All right, so as I said, either close it with your fingers, either the thumb or the second finger, or a fork. Use whatever you like. And now to glaze my meat pie, I'm just going to crack 1 egg and stir it. Okay, you can also use milk, whole milk, skim milk, evaporated milk. You can mix milk and egg together, or you can use just egg like I'm doing. Some people even use egg white or even the yolk. It's just whatever you want. So now I'm going to glaze all my meat pie nicely like this, and then my meat pie will come out looking very nice and very delicious. So now I'm just going to poke a few holes on my meat pie, put it in the oven and bake it between 25 and 35 minutes. And look at this perfectly baked flaky meat pie, guys, and it smells amazingly good in my kitchen. So now, just so that you can see, I'm going to show you how it looks like on the inside. So this is it, guys. This is the perfect flaky meat pie, and I guarantee you that it is one of the best recipes you can find out there. Look at how crumbly it is. I really enjoyed making this meat pie, guys. Look at this. I really hope you're going to try my recipe. If you do, don't forget to send me pictures, leave me comments, subscribe if you haven't already, so that you don't miss any of my recipes. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye everyone, and stay blessed.